Welcome to Changing Your Narrative. Thank you for stopping by on my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and watch my other videos, which are focused on sharing life experiences and helping you better yourself through your life's journey. Today's topic of discussion is removing shame. Shame is something, specifically for me, it's something that I carried for many years. I carried shame from different decisions that I made, different things I did in life that I did not really want to talk about or revisit. Things that I did during my teenage years, during high school, during college, that I was like, as I look back at them today, I wish I had not done them. But as we mature and as we grow older and we gain more experience, those things, you know what? Those things are from the past. And we have to learn how to forgive ourselves and leave them in the past. Instead of constantly digging back into our past and bringing those actions and decisions that we're shameful about forward and impacting not just our present day, but our future. There was things that I was ashamed about, starting from my childhood, starting, certain teenage years, certain relationships, certain behaviors that some of us would know what the word raggedy means. Those were the actions of my ragged self. As I look back, I learned how to forgive myself for those actions. I learned not to be ashamed of myself and constantly point the finger and said, who would want to get to know me? Who would want to hear about those situations about me? This is what I want to share with you, and that's about it. I don't want to talk about those shameful experiences. Those experiences that I do not want to revisit. But I learned, as I was changing my narrative several years ago, I had to stop telling myself to be ashamed. I had to stop pointing the finger at myself to be ashamed of certain things in my life. And realize that those situations in my life is what made me. It's what taught me lessons. It's what gave me experience to be who I am today. And I shouldn't be ashamed about it, knowing that there's others out there that have probably done the same things. And it's okay. Yes, we're not going to do it again. Yes, we're not going to be like that again. Yes, we're not going to think like that again. Yes, we're not going to behave like that again. But as I look back and started taking away that shameful mentality, that shameful thought of the things I did, I started healing. I started closing that book on those situations and saying, you know what? That does not define who I am today. That does not attach itself to who I'm becoming. That does not give me a description of who I can become. Those are things from the past. And sometimes some of us, when we're down and out, or we're going through tough situations or tough challenges in our life, we start digging in that bag of stuff that we're shameful about. And we start bringing it out. And we start blaming ourselves. Oh, because I did this. Oh, because I did that. Oh, because I did this, or I said this. This is why it's happening. Oh, this is just a punishment for all that I did. I used to do that. I used to go into that bag and pull things out from the past that I did wrong. And in a way, I regret also. And I started just blaming myself, putting myself down. And as I started blaming myself and putting myself down, it led to deeper and deeper negative, putting myself down, feeling bad. And then as all that was filling that cup of all those shameful feelings, I couldn't say anything positive about myself. So as you're changing your narrative, don't go into that bag. Don't go into that luggage. Don't open that box in the back room and start listing everything you're shameful about. That's your past. That doesn't define who you are today. That doesn't define on who you're becoming as you're changing your narrative. That's something that I learned. In order to feel better about myself, in order to be able to look at myself in the mirror, I couldn't allow shame to be in the same place as where I was changing my narrative. So as you're walking through this path and this journey of changing your narrative, some of you may have shame that you have to start dealing with and start removing. Start making a commitment to yourself that you're not gonna open that box, open that bag, and start taking things out from the past and saying, oh, this is happening to you. Oh, I'm like this. Oh, I'm like this because I did all these bad things, or I did this, or I did that, or forgive yourself. It's okay. We're not perfect. We each day are growing to a better person. So give up the shameful labels, give up the shameful thinking and the shameful attitude of yourself, and start pouring in positive thoughts into yourself, and close the chapters on those shameful experiences and events in your life, and don't let them to have a place in your future narrative. Remember, they don't define you and they don't make you. They're just the past, and they're just meant to be used as learning experiences for our future. See you in my next episode on the Changing Your Narrative channel.